Find myself at Porthmadog for an exciting railway weekend. It's 200 years of public passenger railways, and I'm going to take a train to the end of the line on the Cambrian Railway and perhaps meet a few geocaches, and then we'll have an adventure on the way.
Pwllheli, a final station.
Right, let's go find a cache. Magnetic, is it? Somewhere. Head height. So have a feel around. There we go. A little magnetic nano. Service on the Cambrian line to Pwllheli is only every 2 hours or so, so sometimes you have to take a bus. I know someone who loves buses. Why are buses brilliant?
Buses are brilliant because you can have a rest, you can see a lot. For instance, it takes a 703, I think, the flight line from Bracknell to Heathrow Airport. Sit in the first storage up in the top. You have a beautiful view of Windsor Castle on the way back to on the way to the airport. And life is a bit slower, you can see everything, and yeah, and for instance, when you go, what I wanted to do at some stage, I wanted to try to get from London to Bracknell, over to Reading, down to Newbury, because there are a couple or three long haul buses on that route, the 702 or 703, the 4 which is just going on the main road over here to Reading, and then you've got the number 1 to Newbury.
So back to the caching scene, and I'm after a Sidetracked at this particular station. Hint is a post. There's a few posts around here. There's some concrete posts there, but I did spot something which looks very well camouflaged just there, which looks to me like a geocaching container. I like this one. That's going to have a favourite point from me. Well, when people think of North Wales, they think of rain and wind and grey. And it's absolutely stunning when it's beautiful and blue sky. There's clear water, clear sky, sun shining, mountains are in the view over there. The beaches are empty. It's beautiful. And this is a request stop, so I'm going to have to signal to the driver that I want him to stop here. That'll be fun. Well, train's gone. That's 2 hours until the next train. Gives you enough time to pick up a few caches in this town. Village, campsite. I think the beach is over. There's a castle just up there. Let's go and explore. Yeah. Ah. A metal fence probably means there is a cache behind it. There we go. Let's sign the log. Thanks for the Sidetracked. Of course, there's an ad lab here in Caernarfon. There's a castle. It's a very Welsh castle, probably built by Edward III to keep the Welsh out and under control. And that looks like a flagpole of some sort, which is an answer to one of the ad labs. And this part of North Wales has got an awful lot of earth caches that you can do, thanks to Magma Defender, who has set them all. Porthmadog, happy anniversary, 200 years of public passenger railways. And it was sunny yesterday. It's a bit damp and wet today. There's a train here. We're going to jump on this train and get to the other end of the line and meet some geocaches. And Porthmadog. Tell you what, if no one's watching, let's see if we can get into this. Oh, this looks posh, doesn't it? Oh, very nice. Do you think they'll notice if you sit in here for a bit? Yeah. Well, we made it to Caernarfon. Right, where next? Climb the stairs, and I bet these are geocaching folk.
Yes.
Hello, geocaching folk.
Hello. It was just stuck on like that.
Well, that was a really nice Sidetracked event, attended by some very nice locals. And there's a Sidetracked earth cache just along here, and a really Sidetracked trad just further up, which are quite simple to get. So while I'm in Caernarfon, let's go and take some pictures of the castle and then head back to Porthmadog. Yeah. Thanks for the cache.